prayer. Dear Father God, we thank you for this meeting. We request and we beg you to lead us in our path in this journey, going to help our countrymen and the environment for partnership with Green Earthology, USA. O dear God, you lead us in this meeting. Be with us in this meeting always. As we go on, we praise you and helping others is what you command to our countrymen or to our people. These environmental problems will be addressed by technology, green ecology, as we can do it here. Dear God, bless us all. In this name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Okay. Good morning. I would like to introduce myself first. I'm Dr. Anacleto Belleza Millendez, the founder of the Beautiful Heart Foundation, and I am also the president of ABM International Consultancy. I have been doing a lot of charity work in the Philippines through medical missions and advocacies on livelihood, green projects, and recently I was elected as the president of San Jose Silicon Valley Global Lions Club, and I am also very thankful that in the United States I have some good friends and associates who are also sharing their talents and their advocacies almost in the same areas: healthcare, environment, livelihood, and good governance. Now, before I left for the Philippines, on my way to Seoul, Korea, like 2 hours before my departure, I got a phone call from the CEO, president of a company based in San Diego. They call themselves Green Earthology. And I was talking to Kevin, and of course I was linked to him by another associate, Lori Chu, who is also an environmentalist, an alumnus of University of California, Berkeley. Now, other than that, Lori is into photography. She is a professional photographer with concentration in nature and environment. Now, in the health profession, I deal with clients who are elderly in the United States as a medical doctor, as a psychologist, and as far as the arts and culture, environment, nature, I am also a host of a television programming at KMVT 15 Silicon Valley Community Media, where I showcase health and wellness and arts and culture as well of the Filipino Americans. Now, we're putting this on a video that maybe part of this will be shown on the TV program, and part of this we will share with our partners in the USA. Number one, of course, as we talk about Green Earthology, I was assigned by them, especially Kevin, the CEO, to look into the possibility of penetrating the Philippines and the whole of Asia to introduce their technology here. So far, they've been successful in Panama and some African countries, but maybe you guys, as my partners here, as a team, a whole team, we can really help open Green Earthology here in Asia. But before we go into that, I would like you guys to introduce yourself one by one. I am very lucky that I have a friend, a classmate from the University of the Philippines way back in the late 70s, Roy Padrilanan. Roy, introduce yourself.
Yes, I'm Roy Padrilanan. I took up pre-med with Dr. Cleto way back in the late 70s. But after taking up pre-med, I shifted to mechanical engineering. So that's my forte. And then I transferred. I worked for the transportation business for close to 16 years.
When you say transportation, is
the light rail transit, the first light rail transit in
okay.
Southeast Asia.
okay.
So after that, I entered into a business partnership with Joseph, the owner of this office. We got into high technology products. We supply schools and LGUs of our products and our knowledge on computer matters. So that's it. This
But other than that, I know you're also an environmentalist because you have a vast tract of lands in Antipolo. Can you mention that?
Yes, I have a farm in Antipolo planted to fruit trees, mostly mangoes. That's where we had our
Last meeting, last week, April, May, right?
medical mission.
Medical mission at the same time. So you are really a very good candidate and an asset to what we're going to do with Green Earthology.
Yes, because our problem is the local governments are trying to get our services, no, to deal with the waste management problems. But we cannot supply them with an adequate technology because, as you know, burning waste is still banned in the Philippines. So we cannot do we cannot introduce waste to energy projects here. So I think the best way is to really go into waste materials recovery.
And I think this company is into that, right? But before we go into the potential clients, we will also introduce other members of our team. Sir, introduce yourself.
Yes, I'm Mario Liwa, a God-fearing person, a happy family life, churchman, environmentalist, reserve officer with the rank of captain, and political officers of some presidential boards and senators of the land. I graduated at Trinity University of Asia, Business Administration, with a major of management. I worked in the Congress, consultant of former Senate President and Congressman Manny Villar, also with Senator Cynthia Villar. Now she is with the Senate. And I work also at the Asian Spirit Airlines for 11 years as an assistant to the president.
Who's the president now, sir?
We sold that Asian Spirit to...
I think he's also the congressman now from the party list. Mikey Romero.
No.
I think they're number one stockholder now.
Air Asia now.
So
this one is
Asian Spirit.
We sold it 2008 to Sesto Air, and then Sesto Air sold it to...
So these two airlines are with different companies?
Different companies.
Oh, okay. I was thinking.
It evolves in 3 companies also. Now it's the Air Asia. Since I was in Asian Spirit, I travel a lot from Pulo to Batanes. And I'm also the national coordinator of Beta Sigma Community Alumni Association. With this environment-friendly scheme or system, we can help the mother here in the Philippines to minimize the health problem, the problem with the trash and the environmental disaster in the Philippines. With this Green Earthology, it's a big help for us, and we go for it. We're looking forward to be with your partner in your company to have it in the Philippines. Thank you, and so help us God.
Okay, thank you. So I think during our conversation, the last few minutes when I was in the airport, I assured them that somehow we have linkages to the present administration, especially that their goal is to reach even towns not the national government, but in the Philippines, from national going to the local government units. So with your background,
You can do it.
yeah, we can do it, right? Yeah, we can do
You
it.
can do it.
Yeah. Anyway, our last partner here, our part of our team, please introduce yourself, sir.
Hi, my name is Daniel Esteva. I'm an electronics and communications engineer. I studied at the University of Santo Tomas. After that, I was hired as electronics engineer by Bloomberg Financial Markets. I was based in Hong Kong, but after a couple of years, I was the division head for facilities department. So I built offices in about 78 different countries under Bloomberg. So I have extensive knowledge with regards to business practices all over Asia, US, and Europe. I decided I was already tired of traveling, so I put up a company here in the Philippines. It's not related to Green Earthology or anything environmental. It's actually an exotic leather company, but leather company. So I have a lot of different consultancies and projects that I am involved with. Presently, I am hired as a freelance consultant by a Japanese company specializing on projects with local government units here in the Philippines. So we are into computers for education, we are into waste to energy management, we are into agriculture, machinery, equipment, marketing here in the Philippines. So there's a lot of interaction that I do with local government units like the ones in NYC, Pangasinan, and all of that. We also do projects on the pipeline. Some of them are in Surigao, Dumaguete, Tawi-Tawi, and all of those guys actually have a problem now because in the Philippines, it's already, all the local government units are mandated to have their own waste management facility. And almost all towns and mayors are all violators. Because up to now, we're still using
Open dump site.
the open dump system. It was supposed to be closed a couple of years ago, but up to now, there's no clear-cut solution. Japan was here, and in coordination with the president, they were supposed to give a grant to Davao City to open a waste-to-energy project. But up to now, it's still, I think, not yet finalized because of one problem. Because here in the Philippines, waste management incinerators are actually banned. So they are actually trying to amend the law to put that in. Last time I heard, there was a discussion with Mitsubishi Heavy Industries actually penetrating the local market. They are trying to get their incinerators approved here. One of the components was the Davao project, which was a grant from Japan International Cooperation Agency in cooperation with the president, because he's a Davao native. But up to now, there's also a project that was approved in Quezon City with a company from the US who's also doing the waste management project. It was a Swiss challenge was done with that, and nobody dared to contradict that. Nobody bid on that project, so they actually won. But I heard now that the mayor has a problem with the project because it was hastily done with the previous mayor. So now, I think that project will also be on hold. That's why I think this Green Earthology. This is the first time I've heard of this company. And if it doesn't have the incinerator, if it's only recycling, then
Very easy to
Yeah.
get it permit.
that's much more easier to get that approved here in the Philippines.
You know, in connection to that Davao undertaking with the supposedly a grant from Japan, this morning I was also talking to Professor Corazon Bailon, Davao City. She was a former professor at Ateneo de Davao, and she said I'm also part of the waste management, solid waste management program of the Davao Chamber of Commerce, and that is where I heard this morning that as far as she knows that Davao City is being, I mean, maybe that's the pending project, but I thought it's already a done deal. But, so it's not a done deal yet.
It was supposed to be a 100% grant,
Yeah.
but there are still papers that the Philippine side have to furnish the Japanese guys. So up to
we
now,
can,
it's still,
we can, you know,
it's still
probably,
the biggest problem really is the
Environmental certificate.
EEC from DENR,
yeah.
because there's a law that you're not supposed to burn.
I think with Green Earthology, with the, based on what I have seen on the website, I think we can meet the standards. So now I'm excited that when I go to Davao with Corazon Bailon said, but we can still negotiate. Supposing it's a done deal with Japan, then probably we can collaborate.
And I think this is a cheaper alternative to.
Not only that, the biggest problem that we have now is I've been in contact with the mayors of Muntinlupa, Paranaque, San Juan, Quezon City. All of them have the same problem. Because up to now, they're still dumping in the San Mateo landfill.
Yeah.
And we, Quezon City alone, we produced about 3,000 tons of garbage every day.
Yeah.
So you can see the problem. And Quezon City is only one. There's a lot. Even that's why Dumaguete, Surigao,
Even the
Tawi-Tawi, all the provinces, Baguio, Pangasinan, everybody has the same problem.
When I was talking to Kevin, I think this company is really the number one in terms of how to deal with landfill. Like, you know,
They've been doing it for 30 years.
they've been doing it for 30 years. Actually, I had no time to look at the website. So when I arrived here, I told my classmate here, Roy, look at the website. I had no time to really go to the different pages. But right now, we are projecting the website so that you guys will also look at it. And
I also need to mention one more thing. Also, if you follow the news recently, China, Indonesia have stopped accepting plastic from other countries. Junk plastic, recyclable plastic. China actually have stopped. So a lot of Asian countries and European countries have a problem now how to dispose their plastic waste. So,
but the sad news is that the Philippines is being the dumping site of waste from foreign countries.
well, let me correct that now. We used to be before.
Before.
Like the ones that happened with Canada.
Yeah.
South
And
Korea,
I think
South
there's
Korea.
one more from South Korea. But now the Philippines is very strict with that. And the first lady even mentioned that he's supposed to go to war with Canada, and Canada didn't accept the waste being returned. So those waste now were actually returned to South Korea and
So
Canada.
this technology is very timely.
Correct.
Yeah, very timely, and probably we start in the Philippines, and then our team can go to the neighboring Asian countries and introduce this technology there.
Who will say no on this technology? The communities will be sustainable, healthy food sources, clean water, renewable energy, and zero waste.
Yeah.
Nobody will stop this technology. But the last part of this green ecology, the local government units and the people and the community, the number two, the last two parts, now will become carbon negative
Yes.
and a cash positive solution.
Yes.
It will be a livelihood in every local government unit, in
Yeah.
every municipality
Well,
here in the Philippines.
That's
Maybe
exactly
against
what
that.
Kevin told me on our phone conversation. There is so much revenues.
We have to prove it, and
Yeah.
we have to invite or to be partner with Green Earthology
Yes, I agree with you.
for this livelihood program for every community.
Another thing that we are actually interested is the recycling of the organic waste into fertilizers, because
Well-
we have an agricultural project that we can actually tie up
Yeah, in
with this.
DFAC, yeah.
Yes.
You know, a few hours ago, I was able to look at that. They are also into organic farming. So that's part of their undertakings
That's a
also.
big problem in Nueva Ecija, in right granary of Central Luzon.
We don't want to use
It's because the
insecticide.
haystack coming from the harvest palay,
Yeah.
they burn it in the middle of the field. Supposed to be, it's a big no-no with the Department of Environmental. But if we come to this Green Earthology, they will not burn anymore their haystack.
Yeah.
We will convert it into organic
Fertilizer.
Yeah.
fertilizer.
So I came across that section there where they are also into organic
So
farming.
this is a holistic.
Yeah, holistic. Other than that, our phone conversation was also mentioning about hemp, and I said, as far as I know, the only hemp that I can think about coming from the Philippines is the vanilla hemp, which is really abaca. And he was mentioning about marijuana. I said marijuana is not yet legalized in the Philippines, but pretty soon, because it's already in Congress and
Congress,
first reading.
there's
a pending law.
pending,
So-
pending bill.
Yeah,
Medical
so
marijuana bill.
they look at hemp as a potential source of the product that they
We have a good help here in Mountain Province. There's a lot.
But it's still illegal.
Mountain Province.
But it's
But
still
still illegal.
because
But
it's marijuana.
the problem is not the farmers. The problem is with the birds. When there's a when there's a big hemp in one community,
The birds will
the birds will eat it, and then they
pass
scattered in the mountain. Most of the mountain province are full of hemp.
So, now that we have seen the website plus the phone conversation, I think we have a lot of things that we can work together with Green Earthology and the Philippine government. We would just presume that the Philippine government will cooperate with this new technology, especially those pending projects that we have to move forward. I mean, we cannot wait until, so this is ready to go. They're ready to go. It's just that the Philippine counterpart, I think our team is also ready to go, right? We have the experts here. Is there anything you would like to look at in the website? I will show you the team. I've talked to him, and the rest, I have to still meet them personally when I go back in October 3. The services here. So, this is the services that we've been offering, expert consulting, licensing agreements, government supply contracts.
We can do that for them because the law here in the Philippines is different.
So we can add on to
Permits,
we can
contract
probably,
negotiations.
Yeah. So the fact that they were able to do successful projects in Panama and some countries in Africa, I don't see any reason why they cannot start projects in the Philippines and the whole of Asia.
And may we request that we have some we can get some data about the Panama
Oh yeah.
project.
Well, right now I am assured that they will be sending us a presentation packet, and of course I made sure that the compensation package is also readily
Where we can mobilization.
Yeah, our mobilization. So I think just have to wait until they will send us an email, formally send us the rest of what I requested. In fact, I have requested that if we can do teleconference next time,
Better.
we are set up for that here, right?
Yeah.
It's just that a matter of connecting it to them. Maybe they will go for that as well in our next meeting. We can talk to Kevin, we can talk to the rest of his team in San Diego, California. So let us check first. As I've said, I have no time to really look at the details of the website, but so far it was impressive today. The first opening homepage. But before we go, Roy, let us thank our host here. Yeah.
One of the partners.
Yeah, one of the partners that we
In
have.
fact, the place belongs to him.
Yeah, this is the office that belongs to him. Ready to be, he is part of our team as
Yes.
well. So, where is he now? Kayo, para makita kanila later on. So, thank you for your support. We have a very good meeting here, and right now we're looking at the website of Green Earthology. Very fast, right? Setting up a PowerPoint and overhead projection. I didn't even imagine that we end up with this very short span of time that we are set up right away. I think our partners in the USA will be impressed how we were able to do a meeting like this so fast.
Because this completes what we were looking for. So we have problems before. We have clients, but we cannot provide
Yeah.
technology to them.
Yeah. So right now we are looking at the website.
It's all covered. Only all the space. Government.
Including
This
for
one,
for the Nueva Ecija project.
Waste management company.
Especially the golf courses.
Waste to energy.
Golf course also, Mario, no?
Yeah. There are lots of friends in the owners and board of
This
trustees
one.
of golf courses.
Commercial
Outpost
composting.
Commercial. That's different from composting. It's commercial.
Yes, this is a project that we can actually partner with the malls.
In the malls. That's it.
You know, the department
Yeah,
stores here,
they're
because there's a
probably-
lot of waste coming in from there, and they cannot actually recycle that.
And
Because you need the composting
And
facility
I wonder
to be
where
able
is
to do
the
that.
biohazardous waste? What section there? Because I'm also being a medical doctor. I'm very
Yeah,
much
we have
concerned
problems with
about-
that.
Yes,
by
for the
hundreds.
hospitals.
there's no
For the
proper
hospitals.
disposal.
There's no proper
No
disposal.
not 100%. There's only a few.
The
Maybe 30% nationwide is they
Still
can handle the
polluting the
biohazard.
environment.
They're still burning their waste.
Incineration,
which is
yeah, I think, yeah,
banned.
which is also banned.
And I like also to mention that my last job way back 2015
Manila
up
Water.
to 17 at
Manila
Manila Water.
Oh, still not perfect systems there.
It's improving.
It's improving, but they cannot cover all areas.
Oh,
Usually they from waste water or from the
Sewerage.
water, they convert it in the clean water. Then they dispose it in
The rivers.
the rivers.
But it's not yet 100%. I guess it's 20% already. It's 20%
I
compliant.
have 2 years experience in sewerage treatment plant.
yeah. So it's not yet the standard.
It is, but it's not enough.
But
Not
enough.
It cannot cover whole Metro Manila.
So there are still cities around Manila that is not yet standard with.
Yes, with the disposal of the sewerage.
Wow. And they end up in the Manila Bay.
Yeah, that's why we keep on cleaning the bay.
Not only Manila Bay, also in our sewerage system.
It's a food waste machine.
But that's the big problem with us. In
I think
US,
that the
in
Duterte
US,
administration is very strong on cleaning up the Manila Bay, but still.
no, the system here in not only in
Ayan,
Manila
pare.
Bay, but the system of our
Ayun sa
sewerage here
mga mall.
in our under the roads. In US,
Kasi
in
ibenta sa
Canada,
kanila yan.
in US, in Canada, there are homeless people residing in the
Hindi lang
sewerage
yan.
system.
Gusto
Here,
natin, kunwari may project ka na
the
ganyan.
rodent,
Tayo kung ano
the
waste
insects
sila.
cannot reside on the sewerage system because it's only a culvert.
Gagamitin mo
But
na
the
yan,
culvert
tapos
is full of
fertilizer mo.
mud,
Magbabayad
full of
sila sa'yo.
styrofoam,
Wow.
full
End
of
product
plastic.
mo, babayaran
It's
mo
full
sa'yo.
of- It's clogged.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, but when it comes to waste management, I think it starts in the household where
Yeah.
people will be educated and disciplined to segregate, what is recyclable, segregate the bottles, the plastics, the paper.
We can actually
So
we
there's
can
a lot of advocacy work there as we
we
talk
can
to
actually
the.
partner with the new millennial mayors that are doing this
Yeah.
because
They're
you've
doing-
seen what
they're
is
doing good
Moreno
now.
have done with Manila.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
being done now.
Yeah, so I think that's one problem.
Putting
that
order in the
stops.
streets. Putting
You know.
order in the streets.
Not only that, the recycling, if one mayor becomes successful, everybody will just
Follow.
copy.
Yeah, they will follow.
I
Yeah.
guess Marikina is already started.
Which one? There's a big help for the restaurants.
So I think we have covered everything in the.
We have our expertise here. And we
Kapare.
have our
The
connection.
greenhouse system, they have a modern greenhouse system.
Antipolo, lagyan natin yan.
Yeah. Your farm there will be a model of this.
See that, huh?
Especially-
Greenhouse recycles 90 to 95% of the water.
Family farms tayo.
Pero sir, okay to, no?
Pare,
Oh, computerized lahat ni Joseph.
facility naman yan.
Ha?
Yung, ba't hindi natin tayo ulit sa Antipolo?
Kaya nga, exactly.
Yeah, I think it is,
Pare, hindi
especially
pa
that
rin-
we're also. This is also. I
That
mean,
will be our showcase.
yeah.
The Antipolo facilities.
Green Earthology is not aware of this, but I think it's about time that I will mention that we have pending proposals with the USDA. Actually, we were just short of time. The deadline was May 15. It's an $8 to $10 million grant from USDA Food for Progress program. But since nobody was approved as of the May 15 deadline, I'm pretty sure next year they will again send us the notice of funding opportunities, maybe the same amount, 3 to 5 year project. It's a grant coming from USDA that probably we can use to augment, our own agriculture and, fishing.
They allocated $10 million.
Yeah, so
Nobody complied.
we were not successful to meet
Because
the
they only
deadline.
gave us two months to do
And
it.
we have appointment in Washington.
Actually, I was there in Washington, D.C., August. That's the reason I know I have a contact person there. Yeah, I was there in Washington, D.C., in the Department of Agriculture. I have a video when I entered, and then when I talked to the contact person, it's just that we have to really work hard, picking up the correct and accurate grant proposal. And they will look at it, and I'm sure in the last maybe 10 years, the Food for Progress program was funded even before President Trump. The same program, Food for Progress program. There were 7 countries, Philippines included, almost the same. It's just that over the years, there were only 2 years where the Philippines received the actual grant. So in other words, if we are really serious on this, we start preparing now.
With our expertise.
With our expertise.
Put it in
Actually,
the
I already created some part of our team in Davao City. But as I mentioned, one of those people would be Professor Corazon Bailon. And she's very excited to meet you guys as one whole team that will work with this, Green Earthology, and with USDA grant, Food for Progress grant. I'm sure I will meet all the members of Kevin's team.
We'll be going back to the States
Yeah,
on
October 2nd. Yeah. So they're just based in San Diego, from San Francisco, about 8 hours drive, or maybe an hour by, I'll be in San Diego. Usually I go to San Diego every now and then.
Going back to Washington, we are with a friend that we connected with the finance.
Actually, my first time to go
Finance
to,
and Treasury Department.
in Washington,
She
D.C.
was appointed by President Trump.
And was one of our classmates.
One of our classmates in high
Wow.
school.
When President Trump ran for office during the campaign, I created the Filipino-American movement movement for Donald J. Trump. But we are based in California. California is a democratic state. Of course, we were not able to deliver the winning votes, but at least there is an
The
organization.
speaker is from there.
Huh?
The speaker is from California.
Yeah, but at least there's a cloud of Filipino Americans supporting President Trump, and then he will be running again. And I will reactivate the movement.
That I'm saying was our classmate.
Oh, we should
I
connect.
swear.
Because
Yeah.
he was appointed, huh? He was appointed.
Because of this coalition, Asian and American
Oh.
coalition.
Well, ours is a very small movement, but at least in California, you're lucky to have a movement for the Republicans. You know, it's always a Democrat state.
I think you have a meeting by
Yeah, by
12 o'clock?
my next would be in Veterans Memorial Medical Center, but we're almost done. We're just trying to browse the website. And I'm sure the team, part of his team, will come here if we were successful in closing, deals with our potential clients. That's the last discussion that we will tell them about who are the right now. Yesterday I texted Lori about one province with 2 cities and 17 municipalities as really a very strong client that we can close for them in the next few weeks.
They're very much interested in
What is the reason? What happened? Why we presume that they will really seriously talk to us? What was the background? in the past?
before we introduced them to waste management, waste to energy. But I guess there's a problem with Daniel. What's the problem? We have a problem with Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi Heavy Industries is actually very busy at the moment. They have a
China
lot of
ba?
contracts with China and Singapore and also in Japan. So even if we introduce a project here in the Philippines, they cannot actually entertain.
Yeah.
And
And
one
I
of the
guess
problems,
problem here is the environmental permit.
ECC certificate. So they're putting all of that on hold as of the moment.
60% of our municipality in the Philippines need this technology.
Yeah, especially
60%. I said 60% because in
So
different-
yes, the last text I sent her was just one province with
just one province.
just one province with
But
17 municipalities, right? So
we have thousands of municipalities here. What
Yeah.
they did, they just
Just burn their waste.
they burn their waste, they throw it in the
river.
backyard, in the river, in different municipalities.
because I was inspired because they can work with towns, with one town at a time in the website. They mentioned about one town at a time. So, but now we have some. How many towns in the Philippines?
Too many.
Huh?
Too many.
But we are, in terms of regions, we are 13 regions,
13
right?
regions.
15.
Huh? 15 now?
And just
Oh.
imagine this, we have about
10,000.
112 million Filipinos now. And every year, we increase by about 2 million.
Yeah.
And we have 7,000, more than 7,000 islands.
7,109 islands during low tide.
In every island we have municipality. Many municipalities.
So I think the Philippines and then of course the rest of Asia will be a good model.
Yeah.
If really,
And I guess that's why Surigao also is pushing for the project. Because it's a tourism.
tourism
Oriented.
destination as well. Yeah.
Especially
One of the
Siargao.
Yeah.
One of the
They have a
best
big
tourism.
problem.
And I think that's also the reason why
Siargao and
President
Boracay.
Duterte closed the Boracay.
Siargao now. They're
Because
rehabilitating.
if you pollute the seashores and the islands, tourism will go down and in the long run.
No,
When you-
in the Philippines, actually what started this was when the president closed
Closed down
Boracay.
Boracay, so I was
When the president closed Boracay, everybody realized that, oops, it can be done.
Yeah, there's a
We need to
political
act
will
now.
there. Yeah,
Then
because-
Manila Bay.
And then Manila Bay was started.
Because can you imagine the revenues that we get from tourism? See, and then
Example, this is Boracay Island.
yeah,
There are a million tourists going there.
yeah.
If that million tourists produce a tonnage of garbage, they will put the garbage here. Maybe 1/4 of the island will be full of
I was
garbage.
surprised in Boracay.
that was before.
The hotels end up their waste throwing in the. When in fact it's known to be crystal clear, pristine seas.
But-
All the while it's contaminated with E. coli.
Now
No, they
Ah.
already have.
their solution on that piling up tonnage of garbage, they will get it by barge, then they will transfer it to the plant, to mainland.
But still
But
water.
still, the problem is where they gonna put this garbage.
They just transferred it.
Yeah.
They just transferred the problem.
They
Problem
just
is still
transfer the
there.
problem.
Problem is still
But
there.
if you look at it, no, whether it's water pollutants or air pollutants, if we pollute it here in the Philippines, the rest of the world will be polluted because we're connected by water
By
and
water.
air anyway, right? So,
If we can introduce the Green Earthology here in Boracay,
Uh-huh.
in Siargao,
yeah.
tourists will be more coming, more income generated.
Very inspiring. When I was starting to look at the website, and I said, this is the best approach to
And also,
protecting the environment.
And also in the golf course.
Yeah,
They generate many garbage also in the golf course.
I am sure the malls, the big malls
Yeah,
in this
wastewater.
country create
Yeah, the
they create
wastewater.
a lot of waste, right? And I cannot imagine how they
If you've been to SM North EDSA, you see the back part of the parking lot.
it's a big landfill
They
there.
they actually have material recovery facility there. My big question is, where did they put the organic waste? Because that one, nobody's recycling that.
Yeah, sayang.
The plastics and all of that, because there's money on it. So
Yeah.
they actually take out all the plastics, all
And
the
maybe the paper.
And, but when it
Or
comes to
maybe
waste, food waste, what they do with that?
That's a good ingredient for organic fertilizers.
Maybe they crush it, they put in the sewage going to Manila water, to Manila Bay.
Right.
They cannot.
May I also mention that Dumaguete is
It's
also
another tourist
It's a
destination.
tourist destination. It's a
Yeah.
big city. Mario is always there every year.
And still a problem also for waste
There's
management.
also a problem there.
The good thing is the local government, the elected, they run on the platform of environment.
So, you know,
the mayor there is an environmentalist.
so now that we have set the team, and then I will be leaving on October 2nd, as we progress, as we send our presentation packages, I think you guys will be the ones who will be talking to LGUs, you know, if ever I don't have time anymore.
Yes,
So,
sure.
and then,
I actually want to set up some kind of meeting that we can have with them, because when I look at this website, they're actually not selling an equipment. What they're selling is the consulting licensing agreement. See what on the consulting side, they actually have equipment financing, equipment acquisition.
so they can
And they have
assist with that.
marketing.
Yeah.
See? So this one, you're correct, it's a total holistic approach. So they give you funding, they give you technology, and then it's a whole business plan that you can do with them. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
but that's my
my understanding.
impression.
Yeah.
But they don't actually sell much of the equipment, but they can actually connect you and then build the whole plan to save the whole business strategy.
Yeah, right.
So you make money, then we'll help you, and then
Maybe on our second meeting, there will be a clear, full picture. Maybe we can talk to them.
Yeah,
Those are
any
the
moment from
we
now,
can explore-
kasi Lori promised me to send in the text to send us the
because the first thing that we need to do when we go to the local government is the first thing that we ask, what are you offering me?
Yeah.
We need to be well versed on all the things that
Yeah, well,
Green
what we-
Earthology
yeah,
can
what we see
offer.
on the website. Actually, this is what she promised, that she will send us an email of the package of where is that? Kevin. Okay. Kevin and our team are working.
Because the
to get
website
info to
only
you.
speaks of the whole
How
thing.
long will it be?
No
No
specific.
specific.
It's not more only the details.
Yeah,
So we
but,
need the details.
but I'm expecting the one that is like a brief email of, because we don't want to over-present information that is not in the website, right? So, but they will guide us. They will guide us, including the compensation plan, because our previous text. We will work on a presentation desk, so that is coming from them. So we will just stick to the presentation desk that they will send us, and that is our material.
We need to be equipped on
Yeah.
that knowledge.
Plus a proposal for potential clients. In fact, they will send us a format for the proposal,
Template.
a template, right? And the last will be the compensation for our team. So that's the three main information or email that I would like to receive maybe in the next couple of days.
3-point agenda
Yeah,
for
people
them.
agenda. Yeah, so they're working on it right now. I think they're
That's
seriously working on it. That we will send, you know.
Maybe by the time we get back to the States.
We will have it. But as I've said, by the time I leave,
And
you
Doc will
guys
be coming over again on
November
November.
28. I will be back on November 28 or
Where are you based in the US?
San Francisco.
So,
Yeah, or maybe
I might be going to LA before the end of the year.
3
Yeah.
hours drive from LA to
yeah, to San Diego. Yeah, 3 hours drive.
San Diego.
After 2 hours lang from LA to
From LA, San
2
Diego.
hours.
From the airport.
Yeah, so if you will, but the way I look at it, maybe in between October to November, as with the one that's say first ready to close the deal, one of the team from San Diego will be around by in between October and November. Or maybe I can come with them, although my next schedule is
Our
supposed
contact person from Surigao will be coming, Dr. Eric, will
Yeah,
be
so
coming
we
over
can-
on
we can have-
December 10.
Oh,
Maybe I can just
Invite them out.
Yeah, we can have a follow-up meeting.
Heads up.
Huh?
A heads up. I can give him a heads up.
Yeah, or
already.
probably we can meet again with him because he's he's our contact person.
Yeah,
from
point
Surigao,
one.
right? Yeah.
In whole province.
Yeah.
In fact, he's
Maybe
the
composed of
he's the chief.
40.
He's the
40
chief medical.
municipalities.
He's the chief medical provincial.
Provincial
Medical
officer.
director.
Yeah, he's the chief.
Ah, okay. So he knows even the medical waste.
Yes.
the biohazardous waste.
All the hospital and
He's been
Yeah.
pestering us for close to 2 years now. 2
Okay.
years.
Good contact person, especially for biohazardous waste.
he is the boss chief of the hospital.
Actually, after here, I will also talk to the medical director or assistant medical director of VMMC. Because that's also a problem there. I know it's a problem in Veterans Memorial Medical Center. There are biohazardous waste.
And Delbert, you know Delbert?
Oh,
He has
okay.
already a list of,
Potential other provinces. Okay.
it's a list.
Yeah.
So we can just imagine if we before for the first quarter of next year can
Yeah.
start with one.
Broken
But
But-
we open a
I
Dulutso.
know.
Highlands.
La Union, Davao, Dumaguete.
Yeah, the last quarter, I think we can
Cebu.
start.
We have a
CDO.
The last
No,
quarter
yeah.
of this year, I think we can do some kind of MOA already and signing.
Better.
Yeah.
Then we set a plan and we set a schedule. We do the marketing.
Yeah. So,
And
they will be
we can,
glad.
actually we can fast track this doc because we have a space here.
Yeah,
you know, already an
I
office.
think the team is ready. We're ready. The expertise is here, and the manpower. I think it's easy for us to get the right manpower later on to set up the facilities or the equipment.
Especially in our church. We have 2 hospitals. One
Yeah.
Broken Shell Hospital in
Oh,
Davao.
yeah.
The Bethany Hospital ni
Run by
Tacloban,
the
Tacloban.
UCC. It's run by,
in La Union.
run by the UCCP,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, UCCP.
I know.
My wife
So
is
you-
a pastor of
So, okay,
UCCP.
so-
one of the councilors in Davao City who ran for Congress, Dado Mahipos, is also a UCCP member of UCCP.
I'm a former National United Churchmen president.
I've been to Broken Side. I've been to Broken Side. Good that I know
And
that.
then we have the hospital in Cebu.
Kasi we will need Attorney Mahipos as we close the deal in Davao City. This is
Okay,
the-
then
He's a lawyer.
Yeah.
And one of my friend there is attorney Sam Matunog. We have a lot of lawyers.
Yeah, so because if our friend is saying that the Davao, because earlier I was discouraged, I said, so it's a done deal that we have there with Japanese technology, pero hindi pa rin pala, or pa rin. So,
There are problems with
Maybe we can-
permits.
kasi kung hindi Davao, maganda rin natin i-experimentuhan kasi
This one, it's very easy to get permit naman because it's
In our marketing strategy, we will do it in a sectoral approach. The hospital, the golf course, the local government, we gather them, and then we present
and ngayon ko
our...
na nga na-realize
We will present
we
our-
have mega
hardware.
malls here, we have mega malls. And yet,
We
we don't think about how they dump their
Dispose,
waste.
they'll be paying
Uh-huh.
they'll be paying us to get their waste.
Yeah, and
To
then
convert
convert
their waste
that into
to
100%.
sell the purchase.
Yeah, I think this is potential.
Simple as like the black sun in...
Kaya sabi ko, if the Philippines is the dumping site, we receive it because we convert, let's say, the waste from Japan or from Canada. We will receive it because we can turn
We
it
have the
into money.
facilities.
Right?
We have the facilities.
But now, not yet.
No facility.
Not there
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah. So Duterte will not even have to fight with them. We will encourage the Philippine government. Okay, we will receive
We will
it.
import it. We will process it.
Yeah, we will
Compress
process
it.
it.
We will come
Yeah,
to
that's another,
convert to-
revenue for the country.
For
Huh?
the organic.
When you imagine blessing in the guise of waste, but the waste can be converted into money.
Into cash.
You know? Yeah, that's.
Sige, Maya, you can...
I think this is doable. And then I was talking to Kevin.
Remember the last time we talked, Daniel?
Carl, pakipasay
There's a
mo na,
problem
Carl.
with doability. There's a big problem on doability because there are lots of
Pwede niyo patay na.
holes.
We say the blessing for, we thank you, Lord, for this food we are about to partake. We thank you for the praise food for us. O Lord, we honor you and glorify you. In His name we pray. Amen.
Si Carl, papatay ko na yan. Kanyang